I think the camera's gonna flip in a second. I watched the first few touches of this bout before we started, just to get in the rhythm of watching high-level fencing again, because I hadn't watched a bout in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A little pushing back and forth by both the fencers, trying to figure out what's going on. And I believe that is going to be Garozzo. No, sorry, I apologize. That's going to be Cheremisinov's attack.
Was Garozzo trying to get prep there?
I think Garozzo was either trying to get prep or
I think he thought it was attack. No.
Yeah. But it's really Cheremisinov making him fall short and making him stop, and then Cheremisinov attacks into it. And there's one of Garozzo's trademark scorpion tracking reposts.
Yeah, he's so good at that.
Yeah.
You almost never see him miss them.
Did you come up with the name for that tracking repost, or did?
Yes, I did.
Nice. You can see the difference in their styles. Garozzo much more down an attack from Garozzo, but it's off target. The para post is late.
Cheremisinov might be the most upright top-level fencer I've ever seen.
And again, I think they're gonna review this. And I think they're going to call reprise for Garozzo, honestly.
This is an interesting one, because between this one and the first touch actually looked more to me like Cheremisinov stopped than this one did.
I think the problem is his arm is swinging backwards, and then he starts forward, and in that time, Garozzo just comes forward straight and hard. So I guess they...
Yeah, they kept it. Ooh!
And there's a classic Cheremisinov remise. Telling the referee's telling him to watch for the head. His head is up. It's amazing.
Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah.
Just missed the flip.
Yep.
And also, Cheremisinov has really also reinvented his fencing since when he won world championships.
Ooh, nice counterattack.
Yeah, nice counterattack. That's what we were talking about the other night in our conversation. It's a coach's job to make you speed up and pull your arm back at the wrong time, and that's what Cheremisinov did here. Garozzo was brave enough to step into it. Better post off target, and he's asking Cheremisinov, looking for covering target. Cheremisinov looks like he may keep going. It's not touching his lemay, so they're not going to call it. That's what I say right now. That they're not touching his lemay. His arm isn't touching his lemay when it swings, so they're not going to call a card.
But you think if it was touching the lemay, they might have?
Oh yeah, if it was touching the lemay, because his arm is between his legs almost, but it's not touching his lemay.
It's a long review.
And no card.
No card.
So that was a nice false counterattack para post from Cheremisinov. It looks like he's going to go in for that lunge, that half-step lunge he does.
Yeah, it does.
Bam, 4 direct. That's classic.
And the timing that he did it made it look like it was kind of out of time, so Garozzo felt comfortable finishing.
So we've got... Oh, that's a beautiful counterattack from Garozzo. You've got Cheremisinov coming forward with this compound preparation, and they've fenced enough. You can see Garozzo probes. The Italians like to call that a call. He's got like a little false counterattack, and then he gives him the real one because he can see which way that Garozzo's arm is swinging. and he knows he's got enough time to hit and close that line out because Garozzo's got to come around that direction to finish.
It also seems like that was informed by the first counterattack that he did when this may not be back far enough. Or it might be perfect when Cheremisinov changes to his foreline to try to hit him.
Yeah.
And then here's he closes out the same line there.
Yeah. He's like, he kind of knows. It's like sometimes you just got to ignore the smoke screen and like realize where your opponent's probably gonna finish.
Yeah, exactly. That's attack left for me.
I didn't see anything. My video stopped. That looks like attack for me too. It looks like Cheremisinov is just reacting
Yep.
to Garozzo's advanced lunge and trying to get an attack and preparation call, but
Yep, call stands.
yep. Got some line. Attack off.
Qui décide d'aller plutôt vers l'avant. Cheremisinov qui déclenche une fausse attaque là, n'est pas fait pour toucher pour justement refaire venir Garozzo qui reste patient.
Wow.
Le combat avec un enchaînement de parades ripostes.
Can you do me a favor, Andrew? Just pause for a second.
Sure.
The controls. Can I hide the controls for Skype because the mute, the video, and the call button are right over where the lights show up. So I'm now not seeing any lights.
Oh, that's funny. You might be able to move it.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh, I just gotta stay out of the. I gotta have the cursor out of the window. All right. All right, I'm good. Can we go back a sequence? Because I didn't see. All right. All right, cool. There's just some beautiful infighting, and they just don't stop fencing. They're both still on the strip. They both know they have to fence. They know this referee is not going to call halt early, and they're just trying to get that light on. Attack from Cheremisinov off target.
Is it dangerous to stop so much in place like that without either going in or out for Garozzo?
Yeah, I don't think Garozzo really committed to his action there, and I think he got away with one. Usually, if you see somebody trying to play that simultaneous game, like in Saber, that's the first place you can make a mistake in foil. So you've really got to know what you want to do if you see your opponent coming off the line, and if you realize that you're late, you should be trying to make a pair of post or make him fall short.
Yeah, it looked like Cheremisinov caught him by surprise there.
Yeah. He's just got his foot. You can see he's just in his lunge a half a tempo before Garozzo's finishing his step. Garozzo doesn't want to commit to the middle there. And Cheremisinov is able to keep pushing, gets his arm out, makes a nice attack.
Looks like he caught him flat-footed again there, too.
Yep. Again, he gave up the middle way too early, and it becomes real hard to defend yourself. Garozzo's light came on late for me.
Yeah, mine too.
Can I see that again?
Yeah, I think that was a problem with the stream.
Okay. I'm gonna say Cheremisinov there because yes, Garozzo's starting. He may make a little stop, but it looks like his tip flips back a little bit, and that may be enough. But let's see.
Yep, looks like they kept it.
Looks like they kept it.
C'est toujours un peu le même
That,
schéma.
I think that's correct. That's just Cheremisinov. He stops, Garozzo goes, and then Cheremisinov goes.
And he's giving it pretty consistently, other than the
Yeah.
very first time. So
Cheremisinov, lui, il est en réaction. C'est pour ça qu'il n'a pas la priorité.
It's like what constitutes
Ah oui. Avec cette
that look like?
priorité
Let's see.
pour le
It
russe.
looked like Cheremisinov's attack.
yeah, I didn't hear any blade action.
Un peu crocheté, hein. C'est
The video stopped. Can you play it again?
priorité
If there was a
pour
blade
le
action,
russe.
Let's see.
it may have happened right here. But you can't. I don't know. It doesn't really look like the blades are making contact.
Just wait, because I think Garozzo's going to come around to try and get a second parry.
Crocheté, hein.
There, here he
C'est,
comes. Okay, so he doesn't.
avec une accélération
So, no, that's
vraiment au niveau du poignet,
100%.
hein, qui
Yeah, it
va
looked fine to me.
chercher
Cheremisinov.
Ouais, il a vraiment
Pause the video for a second. I think it's, we're talking about preparation and what's an attack. I think you can get away nowadays, if you're moving forward, you can get away like messing up your tip a little bit, holding your tip back, and you can get away with stopping your feet if your tip is coming forward. But if you're doing both at the same time, they're going to call stop.
Il accélère le mouvement pour atteindre sa cible.
Another good infighting sequence.
Another good infighting sequence.
Au corps à corps là. Chercher en prime.
Garozzo thinks there's covering. No, again, no covering. His arm's just behind him. You can see the space between the arm and the lame.
C'est comme ça
Cheremisinov
qu'on
is
a gagné
pumped.
tout à l'heure sur Aaron le Pichou. Exactement. Ce sont des cibles
7-6 Cheremisinov.
difficiles à défendre. De grands, j'allais dire, des cibles de grands.
It's so strange.
C'est vrai que
I mean, Cheremisinov is known for his fairly strange warm-up routines, but he's really up on his legs
en dessous, on
compared
retrouve
to Garozzo, but then gets down real low when he needs to.
For
You
people like
always know he's going to close out 4 and 4 counter 4.
for people like me who don't know about his strange warm up routine, can you elaborate on that?
It has evolved over the years. I think right now it includes like walking on these 2 rubber balls with his socks on. He takes lessons that are just hours long. They're amazing. And I've seen other Russian coaches have to come and break up the lesson, and then he and his lesson coach will like wait till that coach goes away and then just go right back at it for anywhere between an hour and a half and 3 hours. It's really amazing.
Oh my god.
He used to sit on a bench with the balls at his feet, and like, did he use a saber blade or use something that wasn't quite a foot? He has done some interesting things over his career, but been very successful for him, so not going to knock it.
Yeah.
la lame. Le petit, lui, il doit essayer justement.
But that man loves his warm-up lesson, that's for sure.
En remontant sa main. C'est des choses qui sont travaillées à la leçon. On a des leçons individuelles pour les tireurs, pour travailler toutes ces phases techniques que vous voyez là devant vous.
Looks like attack left again.
That's definitely it's there. Like Garozzo's not stopping both. His tip doesn't go back. His foot goes back. But again, I think that the old Garozzo, his foot would go back, and then people would take over. Now, as soon as his foot goes back, his front foot's going forward. There's a lot less time for people to take over.
Really? That looked like the same thing to me.
Let's see. They both go back. Okay, so
I guess his tip is a little.
I think that's the idea. Is like one can go back, but 2 can't go back. You can see they both are in and out, but Garozzo's tip is coming back while Cheremisinov's is coming forward.
Yeah, yeah. I see the
That's what he
difference.
called that, but
D'abord le déclenchement de son bras, ils vont essayer de juger la frappe tendre
I
retard
don't
de l'adversaire.
I don't think he's going to
C'est là toute la
change.
difficulté de
Yep.
Okay, so the video ref disagreed, and they're going to throw it out.
Oh, interesting. That's a call you don't see much in Saber.
Yeah. From what I've heard, there's been a lot of disagreements this season
Garozzo qui y va,
between the refs.
touche non valable.
There's the head coach, Chapressa.
Grosse grosse
Oh
passe.
my
Incroyable.
god.
Tons
Oh,
of
le Russe qui doit s'en
infighting.
vouloir parce que très tôt,
Garozzo
il avait
gets the
pu
light on,
la
and he
finir.
wants.
Cette touche.
Again, I don't think they're going to give him a card
Vraiment,
because his arm is not
cette main
touching
qui
his
monte,
lamé.
on en parlait un petit peu juste avant, et cette main qui monte pour redescendre derrière le dos pour que le Russe ne puisse plus se défendre
His hand,
et atteindre.
if you pause for a second, his hand is touching his hip, but there's like that triangle of space you can see. You can see by the shadows. Yep, it's not quite that.
This is a terrible angle.
Ever touching his lamé, and if you're. The only thing there is maybe if he uses his back elbow to knock the blade away, but I don't think that happened either. It's ugly, but it's legal.
Là, oh, magnifique. Incroyable.
Incroyable.
Oh, le Russe qui doit s'en vouloir parce que très tôt, hein, il avait pu la finir.
See the triangle?
Cette
You see what I'm
touche.
talking about?
Yes, I
Il
do.
doit s'en vouloir parce que très tôt, hein, il avait pu.
The referees don't want to give cards.
Finir
And that's
cette
fine.
touche.
Yeah, unless it's blatant.
Et
Yeah.
atteindre sa cible. Et bien qui reprend l'avantage. Après, on a vraiment devant vous là, vous avez deux tireurs qui sont incroyables au corps à corps, qui sont très forts. Garozzo qui a une parade monstrueuse, sa main qui va en carte, donc la parade de carte.
They still both seem uncomfortable attacking each other.
De sa cible,
Yeah, I think
très puissante, qui arrive à
either they're uncomfortable with each other or they're uncomfortable with what the ref is going
With
to
the call, yeah.
That's 100% Garozzo's attack.
Yeah.
L'Italien, la main en l'air, qui vient finir dans le dos,
Well, maybe I'm wrong.
se fouette, une attaque en fouette, ça s'appelle.
Play it again. In slow motion, you can see whatever you want. Can you
Yeah,
play
yeah,
it in-
exactly.
Vers l'intérieur
Again.
de sa cible, très puissante, qui arrive à écraser la main de son adversaire pour riposter.
Yeah, it's still Garozzo's. I don't think he got in there in enough time.
Vous allez
It doesn't look like a
voir
takeover
cette
to me.
attaque, de l'Italien, la main en l'air, qui vient finir dans le dos.
It's that heel coming off the floor is movement forward. Can you pause for a second, Andrew? We're not recording now, right?
I am, yeah.
Can you stop?
Vous allez le voir au ralenti, cette attaque de l'Italien, la main en l'air, qui vient finir dans le dos.
I think we're still in agreement. You can't fault the fencer anymore for trying to get their blade away from the other fencer while trying to hit, because if you go what is considered costly, you're going to get closed out 9 times out of 10.
Yeah. It doesn't look like he's preparing. It looks to me like he's
No, it
just
looks
trying
like
to
he's
create an
doing a
angle.
hit. He's taking a weird way to get
Yeah.
there, but
Alors,
It's just a flick.
Incroyable ce qui se passe. L'arbitre qui laisse le Russe tranquillement discuter avec son coach alors que ce n'est pas autorisé.
what are we doing? Oh, he's like,
On n'a pas le droit,
I didn't get the touch. I got to change my foil.
Ouais, car une carte en
That
rouge,
makes sense.
de Coupe du Monde, voire parfois une
Whatever he
séance
needs to do to break up the
notamment,
momentum.
Exactly. Little gamesmanship.
notamment une absence
That
de
was a
salut
nice pair of
à la
posts.
fin.
That time
eh
he
bien,
wasn't caught
d'un
flat-footed,
assaut, un
unlike the
assaut
other
au
two
cours duquel l'Italien est en train de
examples we talked about. That time he was ready in the middle, ready to stop Cheremissinov's attack, take over with a nice advanced launch.
Yeah, more than that, I actually really like this, I don't know what you call it in foil, but it's almost like a classic saber feint cut, where he shows that he's about to hit the shoulder, so Cheremisinov will commit, and then goes around it.
So that's a feint and a coupe,
A coupe, okay.
because you're just feinting and then pulling the blade back up, waiting for the pass, and then going.
Il est
Gotcha.
en train d'accélérer, Anthony. Ouais, cette action magnifique, il fait mine d'aller à l'épaule comme tout à l'heure, sauf que là il redescend la main pour ensuite partir dans la cible.
How does he do that?
That is still pair of posts
Yeah.
C'est
from
pareil, dans un premier temps.
Garozzo. Cheremisinov is doing the classic Russian runner with the arm back that he learned from his coach Shevchenko. That move made Shevchenko a world champion in 1995. The classic show it to your opponent, pull it back, run at them, control your disengages. But Garozzo's ready for it. He parries, and Cheremisinov does everything he can, but Garozzo is so good at hiding his blade with the repost. And the trick to that is you've got to be watching your opponent, because as long as your opponent keeps trying to parry the blade, you can hold the repost back forever.
Yeah.
Right? It's when the opponent knows you're going to hold the repost back
And goes for remise.
with a remise.
Exactly.
But if your instinct is to parry when he's got his hand above his head and he's shaking his blade around, you're in trouble, mister.
Garozzo told me once that he has no idea why he's so good at that. It just kind of happened.
It's really, really amazing the immense patience.
Yes.
Just watching and just being cool under pressure. And we talked about is just you don't speed up, you don't pull your hand back at the wrong time. And here he's just not speeding up. He's just waiting, and not in a rush to make that repost. So many fencers just want to make that forward direct as fast as possible, and that's really can get you killed nowadays because everybody's just waiting to close out 4.
Mm-hmm. Especially Cheremisinov.
Yeah. Again, para, post, disengage, advanced lunge, off target. Tempo was a little faster than I think Garozzo would have liked. He didn't really have time to get his arm around and finish his disengage. Swipes the counter 6, doesn't get it, starts his attack off target.
Oh, it went under the lame, that's what happened.
Yeah. So that's a different, pause for a second, that's a different call than they used to call it. It used to be, if you came forward, search for the blade, and then tried to go, they would give the other fencer a lot more leeway to start their attack.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to go as they're searching. As soon as they finish their search and start forward again, it's their attack.
Do you have an opinion about that change in interpretation?
No, it's just different. I really don't care.
As long as it's called consistently.
One way or the other, how they're going to call things. I just want things to be consistent.
Yeah, totally. I get that.
And I have these conversations with people. It's like, well, when I was fencing, that would have been my touch, but now this is how they call it. I don't care. I just want to know.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. It's different now, and that's fine. You just need to understand and just deal with it.
Yep. I think that's going to be an attack for Garozzo, no, and then and then nope. Cheremissinov's only making one action. I don't think Garozzo finds the blade again.
So in the situation where they both miss...
So no, it's not they both miss. It's Garozzo's attack is no, right? With like Cheremisinov maybe not parrying but like just getting the blade away. So I don't know if he actually parries there, but it's Garozzo's attack is no, and then Cheremisinov is either parried or the attack is missed, and he's coming around to hit, and so it's either attack no, counterattack, but what Garozzo is saying is that he picked up the blade, and it should be his para post. But I think Garozzo is actually remising and closing out. Trying to close it, but you see there's 2 lights on, so I still think it's Cheremisinov's. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Attack, see? Yep. Because you can see Cheremisinov is trying to counterattack.
Well, that's what I meant. When one person misses an attack and one person misses a counterattack.
Right, then it should go back to Garozzo, but let's see, keep playing.
Do you want me to do slow?
Yeah. You see, Garozzo's going now to look like parry the blade, and he doesn't get it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yep.
Right?
I agree. I didn't see that the first time.
He's taking an 8 and coming up and around
Yep.
to go for his over-the-head riposte, but he doesn't get the blade. If he had just gone for the hit there, it would have been his. You're
Yes,
correct.
yes. Okay. I understand now.
So we're at 11-8 Garozzo. It's still the first period.
Yeah, that's true.
Action-packed.
It's like a Garrick bout.
I don't think... I still think that... Ooh.
I mean, the ref's been calling that every time.
I have more trouble with that one.
Yeah, it wasn't as clear a stop. It looked like Cheremisinov was still creeping forward.
Front foot's still coming forward. Front foot's still coming forward. He's still threatening the target. I think that one was a mistake. That's all I got.
It's possible.
I think that. Referees are human.
Yes, it's part of the sport, unfortunately. Ooh, nice remise with the 4 closeout, like you were saying.
Part of the sport, unfortunately. I think it's part of all sports.
Yes.
When everybody complains that it's part of the sports, unfortunately, but but that's also one of the great things that makes sports great, is complaining about the umps and complaining about the referees and knowing that that's built into sports.
That's true. It's a bonding. Situation.
I think if everything was perfect, the sports would have a lot less drama to them.
For sure. I just wish
suck when you're on the losing end of it.
Yeah, I just wish, as a saber fencer especially, there was just a little less drama.
Yeah.
Désormais l'américain. Grosse ascension, on vous l'accorde.
All right, we got 12-9. Garozzo.
L'occasion d'en parler, il est entre guillemets un nouveau venu qui va très vite, qui grille les étapes.
That's beautiful because he takes the parry, he gives like a little juke where Cheremisinov goes for the counterattack.
By the way, I can't believe that counterattack missed.
Image de Garozzo qui grille les priorités.
And Garozzo finishes with the repost. You want to do it again?
Yeah, we can do it again.
Look at that. Cheremisinov
I can't believe this one missed.
What?
That was perfect.
Yeah. Cheremisinov attacks, Garozzo parries, holds his hand back but comes forward slowly. Cheremisinov is baited into counterattacking, and Garozzo can find the target with his advanced lunge.
From perfect distance.
Again, parapost a little fast. Looks like Cheremisinov has a weird off-target light. Garozzo doesn't know what happens, kind of bemoaning the missed opportunity.
I thought his body was a little bit ahead of his hand on that one.
Yeah. He did that before, too, when he made the disengage and hit off target earlier in the bout. He made that same repost. It's he's got to really slow his legs down when he's taking over with an advanced lunge after a parry.
So this is completely unrelated. I've noticed that a couple Italians have this yellow tape under their mask.
Yep.
Do you know anything about that? Do you know what that means?
I do. Ran into it at a Junior World Cup in Spain last year. So the problem is some masks have a metal bolt that's outside of the rubber ring on the mask. And if you get too sweaty,
it could cause part of it to conduct.
The lame of the bib, the whole mask conducts.
Interesting.
So that's basically just insulation.
Is that an Negrini thing?
Made some a few years ago with the bolt on the outside of the rubber.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they spent 4 hours delaying a Junior World Cup in Spain a few seasons ago, maybe 2 seasons ago or so. Couldn't figure it out, and that was it.
That's funny. Ooh, that was close to ducking.
No, you see, Cheremisinov is great at getting his body lateral. And you see his head, his chin.
He's actually keeping it up,
a little bit, but again, unless the chin of your mask is touching the lame, they're not going to call it.
Okay. It's a good rule of thumb.
Attack for Cheremisinov. He's just drawing out the counterattack. I don't know. I think there should be a little more head down. That's just a nice, beautiful attack. I think Garozzo is just trying to get away with one and in the bout there.
Yeah, that kind of seems like the opposite. It seems like Cheremisinov is doing to him now, drawing the counterattack like Garozzo did to him before.
Contrôle bien ses jambes sur cette action, qui déclenche bien le bras et la main, on voit de l'Italien qui est en retard pour...
He almost got it too.
Attention, 14-10 malgré tout pour le Russe en grand danger.
Woo!
Garozzo is definitely looking for covering there.
Yes, he is.
Let's do that again.
Let's see if they give us a replay. No, they're not going to.
No, they just gave Cheremisinov the yellow card. Yes, that he is parallel to the ground. That's another way to get a yellow card in foil. If you're not going to put your head down, is just bend your body so it's parallel to the ground.
If you have your body parallel to the ground but your neck is still up, is that not a card?
No, if you're parallel to the ground, you're going to be displacing target. It's very, very hard to get your body parallel to the ground and your chin still up.
Okay.
But you can see, if you can do it, great. There are some that can, but you can see if you're parallel to the ground and your head is facing the ground, your face is facing the ground, they're going to give you a card.
Oh, no, I definitely agree that was covering.
Yeah. And so they're going to take the touch away.
Yep, and yellow card.
Give Garozzo. It's now 14-10 with a yellow card to Garozzo.
Cheremisinov.
Wait, what?
No, never mind.
Oh, no, yeah, 14-10 is the score, and Cheremisinov has a yellow card. Still 30 seconds left.
In the first period.
Yeah, I was at this tournament, but I did not watch this bout live.
You made a mistake.
And again, we've got that same. Garozzo's got the blade, he's got the attack, but again, he's coming for it and he can't get his arm around it. I don't know if he wanted to finish his attack, stop and parry. He just got caught in the middle and got hit.
Yeah, it looked like indecision.
Attack from Cheremisinov is no. Counterattack is off target. We're going to check here, and of course it works. This is a World Cup.
Of course it works.
It's very rare for that to happen. And there we go with the para post.
Avec ce deuxième carton
So
jaune.
they're getting him for the card. They're giving him the card, not the para post. That's why.
Pick your poison. The bout is over.
Deux matchs,
It
la
doesn't really matter. It was
qualification
basically
de
16-11.
Daniele Garozzo après deux matchs.
With another great tracking report
Question
from Garozzo.
et qualité.
Let's see if there's a replay of that. Oh, they're just gonna do some clips from the match now. That call was such a huge part of the match.
Yeah. That was the remise. The note card remise.
The no card remise.
That was the
That was
beautiful.
nice.
That was one of the best touches of the bout. That
Yes, it
false
was.
counterattack para post. Just
A posterized touch.
beautiful tracking riposte, but nope, picked up by Cheremisinov. There's the one we talked about before where he goes for that two and doesn't get it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
This was a good bout. Good choice.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Sam Molis. This was a fun bout to watch.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't see these guys are with banter. That was the one where Garozzo was indecisive and caught in the middle.
Yeah.
On the good old swipe to the crowd. Fencing in the finals. I never made the top 4 of the CIP, but I did make the top 8. And fencing there in front of those fans is amazing.
Yeah, that's like the second biggest tournament of the year, only World Championships, right?
Yeah, it's the best tournament on the foot. Everybody wants to win Paris.
Yeah, exactly. Fantastic.
All right.
Thank you,
Andrew,
Dan.
I have a question for you.
Hit me.
How did you become this guy?
Oh,
How did you become the internet guy? Like the clip guy, the fence. You are undisputedly the fencing guy on the internet now. How did you do that? And what made you do that?
Do you mean like why did I start recording stuff in the first place?
Yeah. Just tell me why you're. I mean, obviously you love the sport. I'm not questioning that. But what motivates you to do this?
So I had to stop fencing because I had big problems with my knees, and I still really enjoy it, and I've just like from the beginning I've always recorded as much fencing as I could, because before I started fencing, I was pretty good at a video game called Super Smash Bros. Melee. Yep. And the way that I got good at that game was watching the top players play and just copying them.
That's why everybody watches Twitch and stuff. And
yeah.
I was solidly a medium level gamer.
Yeah,
I love video games, but a solid medium level. But never thought about doing that. It makes sense.
Yeah, this was before Twitch. I mean,
Yeah.
when I was losing to this asshole at school, and my friend recommended this new website, YouTube, where I could go and watch people playing. So I did it, and like within a week I started beating him, just copying things that they were doing. And so when I started getting good at fencing, my dad was like, "You should do the same thing." But the problem,
makes sense.
but the problem was there was no footage available. So I bought the DVDs from World Championships from 2005, 2006, and watched the Olympics and 2007, and then that was it. There was like nothing else.
It's amazing the advent of cheap video has really changed the sport.
Yeah, it has.
You used to have like dig and take notes and haul around stuff, and it's amazing what video has done.
Yeah, but then I started putting up all my stuff online because my dad was like, if it's been helping you, maybe it'll help somebody else too. So I started uploading everything, and then like as more time passed, I would hear, I don't know, people like the junior European champion in saber reached out to me after he won a few years ago and was like when I was a little kid, I used to watch your videos and like it inspired me to be a good fencer and stuff like that. Just like,
that's awesome, man. That's amazing. That's a great story. I regret saying bad things about your dad on the internet previous to this because he is obviously responsible for why you are here today. So thank you, Mr. Fischel. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dan.
I had a really great time, and hopefully we can do this again or have another like foil roundtable before this quarantine ends.
Perfect. Sounds good. Let me know if there's a specific like singular topic that you guys want to talk about. Maybe we'll have like a discussion about like one or two things this time.
I really liked what we did, the freeform. I got a lot of great feedback from it. I had a conversation because of that with my friend Al Carter in California yesterday for an hour. So I'm sure we're pretty much the same. I'm a fencing nerd.
Yeah.
And I will talk about fencing day and night if you want me to.
Yeah, me too.
And I think the people who put the work and the passion into it, they have to be fencing nerds. There's
right,
no
exactly.
way.
For sure. Well, thanks for doing this with me. Let's do something like it again soon.
Cool. All right. Have a good night.
Thank you, you too.